Things that classy women do not wear out of the house would be hair rollers, and they do not wear slippers outside of the house either. You know those fuzzy little slippers that people wear? Now they make them into all different types of shoes because the fashion designers saw where the culture was wearing these out of the house, and they said, hey, let's put our logo on it. Let's give them some bright, beautiful colors, and let's push this product for $200 or however many dollars. And now it becomes a fashion phenomenon. In today's video, I'm going to give you my etiquette tips on being classy and elegant. Let's get started. So the first thing that I want to talk about today is being well put together. So when you walk out of the house, you want to make sure that you don't have any crust between your eyes, nothing on your mouth. You want to make sure you wash your face, you brush your teeth, and you are presentable to the world. I know some people tend to say, I'm just running to the grocery store. I'm just going to pick up something really quick. And I get it. I understand. I always either have on workout clothes when I'm going out of the house, or if it's in the wintertime, most of the time I'll have on sweats, I'll throw on a cute pair of tennis shoes, and I'm good to go. So I'm not saying being put together where you have a full beat face and hair is just laid. I mean, your hair should be neat. You don't necessarily have to have on makeup, but you want to look presentable. You don't want to, number one, wear the sleep caps, and that is a big topic of today. I know there was a lot of stirring on social media about some young ladies who were at an airport and they had on sleep caps for whatever reason. But that is something that you definitely do not want to wear out of the house. Notice that I said they are sleep caps that you put them on when you go to sleep, and they are to protect your hair, not for you to, wallow about. I was taught at a very young age to be cognizant of how I leave the house. So we were never allowed to wear hair rollers out of the house. We were never allowed to wear night clothes out of the house. We were never allowed to wear slippers or our night shoes that we would wear. We were never ever able to do that outside of the house because that was something that my mom, talked to us about. And if you noticed, I said my mom talked to us about, so I had someone at a very young age to talk to me. We have to look at some of these individuals who do these things. Maybe they didn't have anyone to tell them that it's inappropriate for them to wear those out of the house. And then you have this other side of the coin where people are choosing to say anytime they want to go against the grain, well, that's just me, that's who I am, I want to be different, or you shouldn't care what other people think. So there are just, so many different sides of the coin that you can flip, and people are going to say whatever. But if you want to be a classy, feminine female, you're going to mind the way that you carry yourself in general. Again, you don't have to leave the house with a full beat face and just, dress to kill, as they would say, but you do need to look neat and presentable when you leave the house. My second item is profanity. I've met a lot of different people during my lifetime, and one thing that makes me cringe is when I see a beautiful female on the inside and the outside, and they have what we call a sailor's mouth. Every other word is profanity. I get it. Sometimes you get mad, you get in a rage, and you want to say something out of the box. However, females should try not to use profanity. And the reason I think this is so important is because there's this thing called the dictionary, and there's also a thing called a thesaurus. There are thousands of words that you can use. A lot of people curse and say foul and bad language because it helps them, I think that they're getting their point across, and it, makes you feel some type of way when they do that. I just personally don't think it's wise to just use a lot of curse words. I don't understand the point of it. If you can say another word that still gets your point across, I think that you should, and some people, if they've been cursing a long time, they really have to practice on not cursing because it is a part of their vocabulary. It is part of something that they've been saying and doing for a while. So sometimes it's hard for them to kind of break that habit. So the third thing that I want to talk about is spitting. Yes, you heard me right, spitting. Males do it a lot, and I don't like it when males do it, and I especially don't like it when females do it. Growing up, my mom, my grandmother, they never spit in front of me where I could see them, and I am, of course, a female. My mom would always spit into a napkin. That is the same exact thing that I do now, especially when I was pregnant. I would always have a nasty taste in my mouth. I actually literally kept a cup with me, and I would spit inside of the cup. It was a closed lid, so nobody else saw the spit. But I always had a nasty taste in my mouth, so I would do that. So the third thing is to either spit inside of a napkin or spit where you're not seeing, where other people aren't around. You can spit, of course, if you're in your backyard and it's just you. When you're out in a public setting, you're walking in a shopping mall, to turn to the side and to just spit, it's disgusting. So let's try not to do that. If that is one of the things that you are doing or you've been guilty of doing, sometimes people have done it all their lives and they do it just because they've been doing it. That is something that you can definitely stop if you want to create a classy feminine etiquette. The fourth thing is being loud. Now, some people have been loud all of their life, not necessarily me, but sometimes when you see people, you're like, oh my gosh. When I see someone, my immediate reaction is like I see them like, oh my gosh, we make eye contact. I don't get loud. I don't cause a commotion, but there are females that when they see someone, they're screaming like this person is a celebrity or something, even though I probably wouldn't scream even if I saw a celebrity, but they're just screaming and they're just talking really loud. Some women have loud and boisterous voices, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't be loud when you need to be heard. You definitely should speak up if you need to be heard. I'm just talking about in general conversation, just being loud for the sake of being loud. That is just not a classy trait that you want to have. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.